much free testimony. All right. Mr. Johnson.
It's been a long day. So I've got a new buzzword, and I don't know how, it almost seems divine, but everywhere I'm going, I'm just saying context matters. You know, when I was running for re-election for the Lorena School Board, I would have people approach me and they're like, what do you think about school choice? And it's like, well, as just a slogan, it sounds great. We all want more choice in everything. Let's give, just universal choice in all that we do. But context matters. And quite frankly, I find it a little bit offensive when we're talking about, I'll speak just for Lorena because we just adopted our second year in a row budget deficit. And when we talk about the $20 billion of extra money in public education, context matters. We're talking about that went to property tax offset, and that went to the $3 billion in additional student enrollment because people are flocking to Texas. Context matters, right? And we have the best CFO at our little bitty district. We've got 1,850 kids, and our admin that we pay all this money for, we have 3 admin people in Lorena ISD. We just hired a 4th. Know why? Because now we have new school safety and security mandates and requirements that we have to meet. We just had to hire 2 new SROs for that. We had to put new fencing up because the fencing that we had wasn't secure enough. And we have no problem meeting every single requirement and every single mandate from the state, but context matters. And I was reading an article. I'm a member of this little WhatsApp group of trustees, and Texas Trib posted a research article on Texas vouchers and said 64% of Texans support vouchers. And I was like, that's crazy. Will you please allow me just a little bit of latitude here from a timing perspective? I went to look at that data, and it was like 2,200 people. And when I looked at the breakdown of the demography of those people that were surveyed, 53% of them were white, 51% of them were female, 46% of them lived in 5 major urban cities in Texas. Context matters. So I sent out an email to every single superintendent and board president just last Thursday asking them questions about what do you think about vouchers? Because I would think, married to a 27-year veteran educator who's one of the best educators in the state of Texas, who public education nearly broke her, we need to be talking to educators about this and hearing what they have to say related to public vouchers. And I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to be real fast. But I had, in just 2 business days, I had 1,300 teachers respond. And one of the questions I asked is, what do you want your Texas legislators to know as they prepare to convene for the next legislative session? These were their summary findings. Funding for public schools, increased funding for public schools, the importance of adjusting funding to account for inflation, ensuring that all schools are equitably resourced, opposition to vouchers, teacher compensation and support, benefits and professional development, accountability and testing, do away with or reevaluate how we do state testing, reevaluate accountability standards, equitable resources for all students, regardless of their background, as was mentioned earlier, community and family engagement, and listening to educators and local control. And these are all things that I think we would all want. And this is the Committee for Public Education, not the Committee for the Alternative to Public Education. So, I mean, it's time that we just roll up our sleeves and say, if we want to have a little bucket of money for vouchers, let's do it. But why do we have to hold public education hostage to that? It's like we're at a political stalemate, and that's really what it feels like that it is. And if they have to go together, then I guess they have to go together, and we'll just have to work that out. But they don't have to go together. Let them stand separate and apart. Thank you for humoring me.
We tried. All right. Members, any questions? All right. Thank you very much, panel.